Better Z's. A lot of us need better sleep, and some are turning to melatonin. But is it safe to take?
Dr. Alanis Morissette joins us now with some answers. I just so wanted to say that. Do people ever say that to you? Like, confuse your name?
If I could sing, maybe they would, but maybe.
Well, you're Artemis,
Dr. Artemis
Morris. It's nice to see you.
Awesome. Maybe we need more sleep.
Yeah, I always need more sleep. So the first question I have is, what is melatonin?
Melatonin is a hormone produced by your brain in the dark that signals our body that it's time to sleep.
Okay.
And it's really essential for quality sleep. And there's a lot of things not having good sleep does that is not so good, including learning disabilities. Not having enough sleep is actually a learning disability. So important for anti-aging, for heart disease, for diabetes, like all chronic disease is tied into getting good quality sleep.
Yeah, and we just had that interview yesterday with the American Heart Association, where it's now, they put sleep on the list for their essential 8 to have heart health. I think, we've had a badge of honor in America, like, oh, I never sleep, oh, I'm always doing something,
Right.
So we need to change that. But then there's also the point, like, times in our life where we just can't sleep. I used to be the best sleeper, and now I know you've been helping me, but I'll have nights where I have total insomnia and I need to take melatonin. So how do we do it safely?
That's a great question. So melatonin is a supplement based on a natural hormone produced by our body in the dark. And there is a certain dosage that's best, and it is 0.5 to 5 milligrams. Now, higher doses have been used therapeutically for cancer, and there's some research going on because women who have a lower level of serotonin and melatonin in particular, they have an increased risk of breast cancer. So the melatonin, actually, rather than serotonin is for a relaxation, but those chemicals are actually related. So to do it safely, you really want to think about at least half a milligram to about 5 at most. And for kids, I wouldn't recommend it in kids under 2. There's so many other things you can do.
Are there side effects, and is it habit forming?
There really is not, they're not side effects that we've found. So even though there was a CDC study that came out, it wasn't really a study that showed anything in terms of evidence that melatonin is not safe. So there is no evidence that melatonin is not safe. That being said, there's the right dose for the right person at the right time. So you can get it in spray form, you can get it in pill form. And really, you want to be careful with quality. So the biggest risk of melatonin has to do with the quality, because 71% of supplements in that CDC study that found poison control was called were of products that didn't really have what they said they were supposed to have in it in terms of melatonin. So melatonin is really a big issue with quality, as most supplements are.
Yeah, so I know that you have some on your website, which is drartemis.com or artemiswellnesscenter.com. You deal with, physician-grade melatonin. I also know that people will ask, will I be groggy the next day? And in my experience and what I've read about that, no, unless maybe you take it too late, like you've taken it past your regular sleep time, right?
Yeah, well, everyone's different. And this is what, in terms of melatonin, like any other supplement, you may feel groggy in the morning. It is one of the things that can be reported. So really, but it sometimes is not a reason to not take it, because there are a lot of medication used for sleep that is much more toxic than melatonin, can make you feel groggy in the morning too.
And we get it over the counter. You can pick it up in any drugstore, I guess.
As long as you get high quality.
Yeah, high quality. You want to be careful with gummies around kids too. So be very careful in terms of safety of the family. But you can do a spray, you can do a sublingual. It's sometimes combined with vitamin B6. And actually there are foods high in melatonin as well.
Like tart cherry juice.
Tart cherry juice, I'm reading here.
And you said eat some turkey too. So that's true. That's why we're tired at Thanksgiving. We have some turkey for dinner, we might sleep better.
Yeah, it's true, as long as it's combined with something like turkey or taking it on its own. And then melatonin also is found in things like pistachios as well, strawberries.
Terrific.
So these are really good fruits to have, especially now. And then another really simple way to get good quality sleep is using lavender, lavender essential oil. I like to use it on my eye pillow. So,
Okay.
you really cannot sleep well without it being dark. So a little eye pillow is another really quick
And we'll
tip
talk
you can
more
do
about
with your
it.
melatonin or without it.
We'll talk more about that coming up on Kara's Cures on WFSB Plus. We get to take a little deeper dive. We're out of time for right now, Dr. Morris, but we will be joining you so you can join us for WFSB Plus for more talk on how to use melatonin. Also listen to the Kara's Cures podcast because it'll be there and you can take it on your walk.
Absolutely.